G'day, Wayne Carey here, welcome to Just AFL. Since 1993, the AFL has recognised the rookies of the competition with the Rising Star Award. Every year we see exciting new talent burst onto the scene and make a huge impact as they embark on their AFL careers. On today's show, we're going to have a look at some of this year's standout rising stars and check out the next batch of youngsters coming through.
Driving to the ground was probably the most nervous I've ever been.
And I'll be talking to the first ever winner of the Rising Star Award, whose career has gone from strength to strength.
It was definitely a great honour, especially when you look back at a class of 93.
Wayne Campbell talks to a Bomber rookie who reflects on a season that can only be described as a roller coaster ride.
First couple of games, just probably novelty of playing AFL.
But first, we kick the show off with a young Saint, who in his first season has consolidated himself as a key position player and was nominated for the Ansett Rising Star Award in round 14.
Hi, my name's Justin Kazitsky from the St Kilda Football Club. It's been a tough year for the boys, but I'm rapt to be playing senior football and excited about the challenges ahead. Found out about the first game around about Wednesday night. They let you know after training.
And looking forward to seeing young Justin Kazitsky. From all reports, he is just a player bursting out of his skin, and what a talent he could be.
Driving to the ground was probably the most nervous I've ever been. Getting changed and running through the banner is just something that I'll never forget and something I've always wanted to do. 4 or 5 carloads came down and just friends and family, and it was good to have that behind you. It has been hard, like I miss home and totally, it's just turned your life upside down, but I'm enjoying doing it, and there's plenty of reasons to keep doing it.
The boy from Brocklesby has certainly made a name for himself this year.
Obviously an honour to be nominated, and been some quality players over the last few years win it, and it'd be an honour to get your name up there with like the Nathan Buckleys and the like. There's your receipt. There you go. Have a nice day. It gets your mind away from it. Although it is an AFL store, but you still get to interact with a lot of different people outside football. From something that you do pretty much as a hobby every Saturday with your mates, it's turned into your job.
Like, he's been fantastic, and some of his efforts in the last few weeks against some good opponents just shows how classy he's going to be for us 10 years down the track.
It's a different atmosphere, the bush footy, a real tight community sort of atmosphere. We've always got something to do, whether it's a players' auction or a players' review or a cross-dress party or either that or they just pull a few sticks up on the oval and have a bonfire and sit around and have a few laughs, but it's total different atmosphere, yeah. 65.95, good jumper.
Yeah. How did you feel when you put that on?
Oh, first game, mate, was unbelievable, dream come true.
Kazitsky, again impressive, isn't he? Very brave mark.
Look, it's been daunting, but it's been a challenge and something I can really learn from.
He's a sort of quietish kid, so boys have gone easy on him so far.
Dad actually come to me and said, look, you might as well have a go at it, just to see where it'll take you. Or this is pretty much what I wanted to do all my life, and it's a huge opportunity. It's all worked out for the best.
Hi, I'm Sarah Butter. Back in 1983, Footscray Rover Brian Royal soon became one of the rising stars of the competition.
It's over the back is Royal, and the little Rover into the open goal, he steps.
In his debut year, the man they called Choco took out the Bulldogs' best and fairest, and today I'm kicking back with the former champ.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, you?
It's good, yeah, I'm very well, thanks.
Royal, can he make it 5? Snapshot, he loves them, I think he might have got it.
This place must bring back a few memories for you.
Yeah, it's great coming back here and seeing the surrounds. I spent probably a quarter of my life at this joint.
The ball hits the deck. There's Royal threading his way through the pack.
Why were you called Choco?
Well, you mightn't remember the biscuits, Chocolate Royals. When I was a little tacker in Benjdale, I had a basketball coach named Les Patton, and he gave me that name from the Chocolate Royal biscuits.
You had a great season in your first year. Why do you think that was?
I don't know. I was really excited at the time. I actually barracked for Footscray as a kid. To come down and play for the team that you barrack for was a huge thrill. I was probably fortunate at the time that when I come into the team, there wasn't a lot of little fellas playing, and yeah, I stepped straight into the senior side.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Do you go and watch the Bulldogs play very much?
Yeah, I'm a member. I go to as many as I can go to, so...
Do you? 1983, as we've already mentioned, was my first year, and to not only play for the club that you barrack for, but also to win the best and fairest, it was a huge thrill. When I was playing, I had an old metal locker, with a door handle, and I had to bang it a couple of times to open it. But it did have a number 33 and my name on it, so it was pretty special. Hold the ball like that. We want the ball to hit that part of the foot.
Okay.
Okay? See how we go. Oh, yes!
Being stuck on 199 games, were you ever tempted to play the next season?
No, I wasn't, Sarah. I guess at the end of 1993, I was always going to retire. I was hoping I could retire on, say, 202 games and not 199, but I snapped my Achilles with 3 games to go before the end of the season.
Even though you're at Melbourne now, do you still consider yourself a Bulldog?
I do, I guess. I still got a soft spot for them. There's no doubt Melbourne are probably not going to make the finals this year, so I'd like to see the Bulldogs.
Great shot by Brian Royal.
Thanks for kicking back with me today, Brian. It's good to see you back at the Oval.
Thanks, Sarah. It's been a pleasure, and I hope you keep barracking for the Bulldogs forever and ever.
I will.
It's a shame Brian couldn't have played one more game to make that 200 milestone. The Rising Star Award made its debut in 1993. Let's have a look back at some of the past winners who have gone on to become champions of the game.
Back to Buckley. Watch this young fella do something with this. Nathan Buckley, one of the most talented young players in Australia. And he dobs it through the centre.
Pinpoint accuracy to Scott. Can he score a goal? One of their best. Yes, he can!
Waiting in behind Wade, play on the call, drop the mark, the hand pass comes to Hazelby from Dodd, and that's spinning. Paul Hazelby.
Watch your team right where you are now. The Adelaide Crows continue their march to the finals when they take on Hawthorn at Footy Park today, 2:30 on 7.
It's Barnacle Bill's full-on meal deal. 2 fillets of tender chicken and crispy coleslaw, a piece of freshly cooked fish and piping hot chips, 4 succulent prawns, 4 tender calamari, tartare sauce of course, and for dessert, your choice of banana or pineapple fritter. All yours for $10. Just $10, eh? A full-on meal deal, dine in or take away.
It's gonna be Barnacle Bill.
If you hold a current FAI, home or car policy, or if it's due for renewal, you can rest assured. Your current or new policy will be covered by Allianz Australia, one of the largest general insurers in the country. Allianz Australia is part of the worldwide Allianz Group, which is 5 times bigger than the entire Australian general insurance industry. So you now have the Allianz power on your side.
For an FAI Allianz policy, call 131,000.
Stop. Unbelievable. An annual percentage rate of 4.99% no deposit on Toyota Avalon, on Toyota Camry, on Toyota Echo. That's 4.99% per annum and no deposit. Conditions apply.
Impulse Roller Shutters introduces the new modern half-round pelmet box. And to celebrate, Impulse Roller Shutters is giving you 12 months to pay. Buy this month and pay nothing for 12 months. Even better, order 3 or more Impulse Roller Shutters and get 1 free. What? You heard right. Buy new Impulse Roller Shutters now and get 12 months interest-free. Order 3 or more and get 1 free.
Impulse Roller Shutters, can I help you?
For serious savings, call Impulse Roller Shutters now on 133340. That's 133340.
A burger from Barnacle Bill. Your choice of freshly cooked fish or tender chicken, crispy lettuce, sauce, $2.95, and it's yours. Delicious.
It's gonna be Barnacle Bill.
Hi, Wayne Campbell here. This season, one of the biggest talking points in football has been the amazing journey of Essendon's Damien Peverill.
Peverill from about 48 metres. Good kick. I think he's done it. It's a goal.
After coming off the rookie list, he was a star in his 9 games in the big time, but he knew his amazing ride would soon come to an end.
It's going to be a sad day when he has to go off the list, isn't it?
Wayne, how you doing, mate?
How you going, mate?
Yeah, good.
We're in East Keilor, the skate ramp. You spent a bit of time here as a youngster?
A little bit. Skate ramp just got put in last year, but yeah, sort of grew up kicking the ball in the park for most of my life here.
So you grew up barracking for Essendon, obviously?
Yeah, didn't have much choice, unfortunately. So Dad and my grandparents dragged me along every week to Windy Hill. So if it didn't pay for Essendon, I would have been kicked out of home, I think.
And what was your path to actually playing senior footy for Essendon?
I spent probably 3 years in the VFL, just sort of hanging around, sort of trying to get a crack at it. Then went to Melbourne on the SUT list and Essendon last year on the SUT list, and then finally got a shot at it this year.
So you're on the rookie list until about round 3, and then obviously Kevin Sheedy gave you the call up, did he?
Yeah, look, unfortunately, Joe Mercedes hurt his knee fairly seriously against Carlton, so Joey decided to step off the list, and luckily I got me crack at it.
There's Pepperell, what a pest he is.
He has just been an absolute revelation, that young fella.
What was it like just to come off a rookie list and all of a sudden you're out there with the Bomber team, which it was going pretty well at the start?
Yeah, probably first couple of games, just probably novelty of playing AFL, sort of weren't really phased at how well you went and that sort of thing, but after a couple of games you go on the right, sort of expectation from everyone around the club sort of rises and probably start to feel the pressure a bit more. Sort of proved to myself and to the other people out there that I can play at this level. It's been great. You're a little bit embarrassed when you got your head on the back page of the paper every bloody day.
And they're always ugly shots.
They're always ugly shots.
Your last game, you knew it was going to be your last because Joe Mercedes was coming back on the list and you were playing Adelaide and you were playing on the great Andrew McLeod. What were your emotions like that night?
Yeah, it was pretty good before the game, but didn't know what to expect with Andrew McLeod. I knew he was quick, but I didn't know how good he really was. Probably the best player I played on this year.
The boys gave you a pretty good send-off after the game? A bit emotional then, or what were the feelings like?
Well, I was more embarrassed than emotional. Sort of head down, you sort of started walking off slowly, expecting the blokes to follow me, and they didn't. Yeah, they sort of left me on my own for a bit. But, no, I suppose it's good that blokes like Kevin Sheedy and all the other guys sort of think enough of you to let you do that type of thing. So it was embarrassing at the time, but probably something I look back on a few years and sort of be proud of. You know, I knew I had 8 or 9 weeks to prove a point to myself and sort of try and get a spot for next year on the senior list. So, and hopefully I've done that, and hopefully the Bombers again next year. Good luck. Thanks, mate.
And wouldn't the kid be so thrilled to be honoured by the premiership players, the champion players? The kid was unknown 10 weeks ago.
I'm sure the Bombers will find a way to squeeze Damien onto the list for next season. Now it's grand final time in our Footy Smarts competition. Let's join Barnesy as he's standing by with our 4 grand finalists.
Thanks, Duck. Well, this is business end of the season, mate. It's a grand final. We started off with 16 schools, which is 64 contestants. We narrowed it down to 16. Now we've got 4. This is the cream of the crop, and it's all brought to us now by the AFL Cheers Chips. And with me today is my old mate and umpire is Shane McInerney. How are you, Shane?
Good, Barnesy.
Rightio, let's introduce the 4 contestants.
Byron.
And Byron, where do you come from?
Templestowe College.
Templestowe College. Right, your name?
Qua.
Where are you from, mate?
Camel High.
And who do you barrack for?
Geelong, mate.
Cool, I don't see them in the grand final. Joel, how you going, mate?
I'm good, how are you?
Nathan Buckley, your favourite?
One, my favourite, yeah.
Who was your favourite?
Oh, everyone.
Everyone. I like that. Sean? Oh, mate, the Bombers. Can it be our year?
Of course, mate.
And can it be your day today?
Yeah, I think it can.
Well, we'll see how it... Oh, good, Joel. A bit of rivalry. That's what we want. Envelope, please, Shane.
Sealed envelope, Barnesy.
Open up the question envelope. Pull out the questions. Before his football career began, Port Adelaide's Dean Brogan played basketball with which NBL team?
Byron.
Where's Byron?
Adelaide 36ers.
The Adelaide 36ers. And which state of Australia did Sydney recruit Michael O'Loughlin come from?
Qua.
Yes, Qua.
WA.
Oh, sorry, mate. The answer is South Australia. What year did the Fitzroy Football Club play its last AFL? Up to you, Shane.
I thought Joel was in there first, Barnesy.
All right, Joel, give it to us.
96.
Answer is 1996. We've got one question left to ask, but before we do, score check, please, Shane.
Well, Barnesy, it's a grand final dream. We've got 2 blokes level pegging on 3 points each. It's between Byron and Joel.
How you feeling, Byron?
You good, Barnesy?
How you feeling, Joel?
All right.
You look nervous.
A little bit.
Which West Coast midfielder this season began wearing a helmet for the first time? This is for the grand final, Byron.
Dean Kemp.
Yeah, legit! What a way to finish the grand final. Byron took it by a point over young Joel. Now, he wins these 2 fantastic tickets to the international series between Ireland and Australia here in Melbourne. and I think he gets to go through the rooms and meet all the players and do all that sort of stuff, mate. So congratulations.
Thanks,
I'd like to thank the sponsors in Don Smallgoods throughout the year. Cheers Chips, the greatest chips the AFL provides, and to Powerade, and to you, Shane, thank you for being the umpire of the series, mate.
Great to be part of it, Bonesy.
I hope you enjoyed it, and to everybody else, commiserations, boys, but that's it, mate. Back to you, Duck.
Thanks, Barnesy, and congratulations, Byron. I'm sure you'll enjoy that magnificent prize. 2 tickets to the Australia versus Ireland series, as well as a replica Australian Guernsey and a visit to the rooms to meet some of the players. Time now for our top 5, and this week we've found 5 of the best goals from this year's Rising Star nominees.
Here's Johnson. It's coming back. It's coming back. What a goal for the youngster! Grant tucks in towards full forward. No one at home, and the youngster in Gian Syracuse has got to do it on his own. He does. He continues to go. And he kicks the goal. Well done, Syracuse.
See where Lloyd is lurking. Oh, Loney. He was crunched into Lloyd. Play on, McVeigh. Got through to ball. Oh, dear, Fraser. Oh, he didn't bend down quick enough. What a mistake. A lot of shepherding going on. In the end, they got to the line and almost conceded. Cousins, good hands. Kerr, hit a banana. He begs a goal. Terrific kick.
He backs himself to run away from Steve Alessio. The rising star has risen to the occasion.
This whole sad, safe little world that I had gets built on quicksand and everything's falling apart.
When your world is crumbling around you and you can't think clearly,
I don't know what I'm going to do.
all you want to do is run away.
I've made up my mind, I'm going.
Home and Away, Monday.
With a powerful V6 and 47 models to choose from, Holden Rodeo. For all your dirty work.
Do you reckon they know what they're missing out on? They wouldn't have a clue by the look of them.
4 and 20, the great Australian taste.
Put some makeup on, baby. Going for a drive. Take you to a little place where they turn the water to wine. Take you to a little place where they turn the water to wine. Everything's gonna be alright. They turn the water to wine at the line.
Now I can get a better clean by changing my brush as often as I should.
Not as often as you do.
Introducing Colgate Replace, the first brush with a replaceable head.
For a better clean.
Colgate Replace. You get a better clean when you replace.
They're walking out. Rob's Discount Lighting are closing down, and with all the stock to clear, some at quarter price. Hurry in for yours. Faster, faster to Paraka Discount Lighting. Rob's Discount Lighting closing down.
Let's keep Australia's promise. It's our legacy.
Over 100,000 Defence Force widows and children rely on Legacy all year round. For just one day of the year, Legacy relies on you. Friday, September 7 is Legacy Badge Day. Please buy a badge and pass on our legacy of care.
It's our legacy.
Buckley. It's a long bomb. Buckley.
Nathan Buckley from Brisbane.
Welcome back. Joining me now is the inaugural winner of the Rising Star Award, Nathan Buckley. Well, Bucks, must have been a huge honour to win the Rising Star Award in 1993.
It was the first year that the award was running, and I was up at the Bears. It seems like a long time ago now, but It was definitely a great honour, especially when you look back at the class of '93 and all the players that were nominated.
Do you remember some of the nominees that year? It was a fair batch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I remember like Essendon won the premiership that year, and Hurd, Mercury and City were in it. I think obviously Croft had started about that year, Matty Richardson, Scotty West. The list sort of goes on. There was the number of blokes. I think Arch was in it, and of course we had Colby, who plays for North now, so Lee Colbert was in that year as well.
Geez, there's some fair plays in there. How important do you think it is to have an award for the new players coming through?
Well, I know in the year I began and playing with rookies over the years, that it's something that they really aspire to. I think it's become quite a prestigious award for the young kids.
Rising star has risen to the occasion.
Ryan Loney from Collingwood got nominated earlier in the year. Do you think he's a chance?
I think he definitely early in the year he started fantastically well, and I think his first, I suppose, 9 or 10 weeks like ours was pretty good. I think he's slowed down a bit over the middle part of the year, but he's definitely put his name up there with a chance, and it's probably quite an even list of young players this year, so it's still up for grabs.
You must be happy with the improvement of the Pies so far this year?
Yeah, it's been a lot better than the last couple of years, and mainly due to our young players, as we've spoken of, with Ryan Loney sort of nominated this year. I mean, obviously Josh Fraser and Didak, we've picked up also Leon Davis, Chris Tarrant, still a youngster, so a lot of the improvements come from that. The future of the club is definitely in the youth, and that's where we've improved.
OK, mate, who's your tip for the Ansett Rising Star Award this year?
I mean, I can't go past Ryan. Obviously, he's, as I said, he started fantastically well. It's just a matter of how he finishes. I think his main danger would probably be Kazitsky from St Kilda.
No worries, mate. Well, good luck to the Pies for the rest of the year.
Thanks, Doug.
Cheers, mate. Earlier this year, we had the Under-18 Championships. Vic Metro took out the series, and 1995 Rising Star winner Nick Holland caught up with a couple of the standout players.
Thanks, Duck. Nick Holland here. Well, Andrew Carazzo and Campbell Brown both had exceptional carnivals, in particular on grand final day. Let's go and catch up with them now. Look at that. You haven't lost it, boys. How are you, boys? Back at the MCG today. This is where you had the fantastic victory against Vic Metro. Now, how was it? Big high for you?
Oh yeah, it was incredible. Never done anything like that before in my life.
Carazzo does well, gets it out.
And Campbell, your first game at the MCG as well?
Yeah, it was. The atmosphere was just great. I think Hawthorn Richmond was after that game, and there was a fair crowd building up. It was a great atmosphere to be involved in.
If you were drafted, where would you like to be drafted to? Any preference?
Yeah, preferably Hawthorn.
Yeah? Oh, good. I'll look after you, mate, if you come there.
Obviously, I'd just love to go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm much in the same boat. I'll be happy with anywhere, but Carlton would be excellent.
What was it like winning the Norwich Rising Star in '95?
Actually, that was a really big thrill. It's just good to get that recognition. I think it's now become sort of the premier sort of junior award. With me today is the victorious Vic Metro coach, David Dixon. David, thanks for joining us today. Who would you assimilate them to, if you could, at this early stage, as in AFL League players?
Campbell's a little bit like the junkyard dog, the ex-North Melbourne player. What's his name? Wadley.
Wadley, Dean Wadley.
I like getting in and under, so probably Scotty West.
Scotty West, yeah.
Andrew's come a long way. He's a little bit like a Brett Ratton. He gets a lot of the ball in field. He's got good hands.
In the past couple of years, I sort of prided myself a little bit on the way Brett Ratton plays.
How good's that? Brett Ratton, he actually said he was like Brett Ratton. He didn't say Scott West, but he said he was an in and under player, and a bit like the junkyard dog, Dean Laidley.
Oh, and Nick, have you got any tips for all the hopeful draftees out there about how to cope with sort of pressures? And
yeah, it's a pretty good question, actually, because there is a lot of pressure on you, but your first year at a club, I reckon, don't be overawed by it. You know, the club are confident in you, otherwise they wouldn't have drafted you. So go out there, do your best, and don't be afraid to sort of ask questions of some of the senior players, because they really love helping out, and anything that you can do to sort of fast-track your league career is going to be beneficial to you. So, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck to you boys as well, because hopefully you'll be drafted, and hopefully you'll be coming to Hawthorn. We need a couple of players like you.
Experts at making money. They show you how to turn $10,000 into a fortune.
But wait, there's more.
Aussies battling the clock and Kiwis in Seven's Money Game premiere tonight, 7:30.
He's just mad about caramel with his big heart of gold.
They call me Caramello.
Koala.
I go with the flow.
They're walking out. Rob's Discount Lighting are closing down, and with all the stock to clear, some at quarter price. Hurry in for yours. Faster, faster to Paraka Discount Market. Rob's Discount Lighting closing down.
All kinds of people go to dine at Manny's.
And Stanley's.
All kinds of people just like you and me. Millie does, and Billy does, and even Auntie Lily does. Mum and Dad and friends and family. So why do people go to dine at Manny's?
And Stanley's.
And where's the value and the quality?
We'll ask them and they'll tell you.
Manny's. Stanley's.
Now the choice is yours at Stanley's Fish Cafe. Oh, come along and join the feast today at Manny's.
Cresta must have the largest range of blinds and curtains I've seen anywhere. And because Cresta manufacture and deliver so many blinds and curtains every day, they can offer such huge discounts. Why not visit a Cresta showroom? Or if you like, Cresta will visit you.
Stop. Unbelievable. An annual percentage rate of 4.99% no deposit on Toyota Avalon, on Toyota Camry, on Toyota Echo. That's 4.99% per annum and no deposit. Conditions apply.
It could be a part or a spare. It might be just one or a pair. A dozen, a score. There's one thing for sure. You'll never know what you'll find there.
Paramount Browns. New hardware and machinery. Factory surplus and second-hand just about anything.
You'll find it in kilos and pounds. You'll find it on heaps and on mounds. In gallons and litres. In yards and in metres. You'll find it at Paramount Browns.
Cash for scrap. 99 Cavan Road, Cavan.
You'll find it at Paramount Browns.
Hi, I'm Cameron Ling from the Geelong Football Club. Being nominated for the Ansett Rising Star Award in round 12 was a great honour. I've always lived in Geelong, so I was rapt to be picked up by the Cats. Come inside and I'll show you some of my favourite possessions. Growing up, spent a fair bit of time here in the old pool room, playing plenty of pool with my brother and sister. And over the years, we built up quite a collection of trophies and sporting memorabilia. As you can see by up here, footy and cricket were basically the two sports that ruled my life. I had to make a decision eventually when I was about 15, 16 to concentrate on the footy. As far as music goes, I'm a fan of the 60s. I love the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Creedence Clearwater Revival, even Simon and Garfunkel. And certainly one of the greatest honours for me was the time I got to captain Australia over in Ireland at Croke Park. Another sport that we like to take part in as a family is golf. Oh, it'd be a great thrill for me. I don't really expect to win the award, but it'd be obviously a great buzz because, as I said, there has been some really good players in the past who have won the award. Probably some of the best memories of my junior footy career were the two premierships I won with the under-15s. Dad was actually the manager of the team and my mum was the trainer, and I was captain of the side, and that was probably the most exciting one in my junior career. This is the good old Pro Series backyard cricket bat. It's been in the family for about 15 years now, and as you can see, it's got a few little knocks on it. That's because it often got thrown around a bit when I was never out. So, thanks for spending just a minute with me.
That's about it for the show. To be a part of any of the segments on Just AFL, grab a copy of the AFL record where you'll find all the entry details. Make sure you include a photo and the team you barrack for. And you could win a selection of 8 Australian football videos to the value of $250. This week's winners are brothers Sean and Liam Gales of Bond Beach in Victoria. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you again next week on Just AFL.
This news update is brought to you by the Commonwealth Bank. Make it happen.
Coming up at 6 on 7 News, a shooting outside the West Croydon RSL club last night has left a 40-year-old Albertson man in hospital with a gunshot wound to the leg. Police want to hear from anyone who saw an aqua-coloured Ford Falcon in the area at 8:30 last night. In Victoria, 2 young girls reunited with their emotional parents after the pair spent the night lost in bushland. And Premier Olsen makes a plea for more keen young men to sign up with the